The
Yeah, I mean, I guess we go
anticipation.
through the formalities here. Welcome to the CrossFit Magni podcast. Today we are joined with by Jeff, the co-host.
Always.
He is definitely expert level coaching, so we're going to get some really solid tips.
All technical things in here that will go right
Yeah,
over everybody's head.
maybe just go over your certifications really quick.
I'm married to a CrossFit coach, so
There we
basically
go.
that counts for me too. Yeah.
More than qualified, I would say.
Yeah. Oh,
Um, At any rate, today we're going to go over 23.1 strategy guide. We're going to do it a little different though. We might go over some serious tips for those that have, only absorb our content, let's say, which I'm sure is very few people. But we're also going to go over the tips that nobody's really going after, which is how to have more fun with it. So that's going to be our main focus on that. And then we're going to take some guesses at what
23.
23.2 would be. Um, and we'll go from there. So
Can we cover something else real quick though? We couldn't have been
absolutely,
further
yeah.
from guessing correctly what 23.1 was going to be.
We talked about a repeat.
Yeah. That's true. So that does that count for something then?
I think it does. I think when you have like different categories, and yeah, we were way off on a lot of things, but we did call that it was probably a repeat. So I mean, we're gonna
Yeah.
say we're basically predicted it.
So it's like a 50-50 shot if it's going to be a repeat or not a repeat.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
I'm sure statistically that's not the number. But
Yeah.
depending on which statistician, I don't know, one of those guys. I'm sure some people can make the numbers work. Anyway,
Yeah.
there was one person who just blatantly guessed it, and he's like he's an analyst for CrossFit. He's probably kind of highly regarded as probably the overall best analyst, and that's Brian Friend. I believe he said he would like to see this exact workout as the first workout. Um, so that's interesting that he happened to somewhat call it. I don't know if he was like really hard on the way he was saying it was this workout, but for those of you
So
that
does
are
it does he
listening,
Does he is he, the one that also does all the, um, prescribed workouts through the app that we've been using? Because we just did this workout, like, what was that, 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
maybe. No, he's
Yeah.
not the one. He's not the
Oh,
one.
he's not the same guy.
He's no, he's not the same guy.
No, okay.
But I don't remember doing this particular one, but that's because I've missed a lot of the Friday workouts, and they were all
Yeah, we
open
did do it.
repeats.
Yeah, so I'm actually very, very
Um,
much looking forward to doing it again now because I know where I ended up last time.
where did you end
Besides
up?
very frustrated, I know where I ended up.
Where'd you end up?
So I had about 2.5 minutes to get and I did bar muscle ups 'cause, I figured I could wrap out a bunch
Oh,
of them
was
at the
this
end of it.
that
That's
workout?
the one, yeah, and then so I had two
Oh,
and a half minutes, and I didn't get one single bar muscle up, so I'm just gonna huck it today. I'm just gonna go full send, up and
I
over.
mean, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I would say, so just for those that are listening and they can't see anything, which we haven't shown it anyway, but the workout is 14-minute AMRAP. You start off with a 60-calorie row. You go right from that into 50 toes to bar, 40 wall balls, 30. What's a 30?
Clean.
No. Oh, it is the clean. Is it
Yeah,
30 cleans?
yeah, it's
I'm
30
off
cleans.
somewhere.
135 pounds. Yep,
Oh shit, it's 30 cleans. Man, I was ready for 20.
yep,
Yeah, 30 cleans and then 20 muscle ups, which I definitely knew that. So I guess I could have just reversed that
yeah,
math. Um, and so I think a lot of people, when they think of the first CrossFit Open workout, they're like, it's supposed to be like the most inclusive workout of the whole season. And I would argue it kind of is, because looking at the numbers, very few people are actually making it to an opportunity to do a muscle up, let alone the scale division. So doing a pull
yeah.
up or something like that. But you're much more likely in the scale division to make it there. Whereas if you do the RX version, it seems like people are kind of sitting into the cleans, and then that's kind of where they stop. Now that being
Mhm,
said, it's probably the Tota bar that causes that.
yeah. That,
So
okay, I guess we're gonna cover it. You got some tips because I would definitely like to hear, how to save myself after,
yeah,
doing all the toes
there's
to
a
bars.
there's a couple trains of thoughts. There's a few things that were going through my head. So one is, did you see the meme that came out that this is a tall person's workout?
Yes.
It is so not a tall person's workout. Yeah, it has the row, it has wall balls, but the wall balls are 40 reps. It's probably one of
Yeah.
the lowest amount of wall balls in any CrossFit workout ever. So we're not going to say it's not a piece of the workout because I do believe it's a factor, but between rowing and that, you're looking at total time, less than a third probably of the total time.
Yeah. The wall
For
balls.
a lot of people anyway. For short people,
Yeah.
it might be more like a third.
Man, and then
Um,
they bumped up the standard, right? On the wall balls?
Yeah, I think that's a non-issue. It's kind of how I've told people to do it, is make it
Oh, okay.
obvious that it's above the line. So I don't know. Some people who are flirting with it, yeah, they're going to be in danger. They're going to have to throw it a little harder, and that's probably going to be changing the way their heart rate feels during that. But for the most part, that's not a huge difference. They like try to
Yeah.
say it's just big difference. It's not
It's
that
really not.
massive. There's only 40 of them. But I would say, as far as strategies, like if we're talking real strategies and you're just the average CrossFitter, you're comfortable with all the movements, but you're by no means trying to compete, then your goal might actually be to go as fast as you can to get a good time, tiebreaker time,
Yeah.
because a lot of people are going to get stuck at the same spot as you when it comes to that ring muscle up, where it's like, maybe I get one, maybe I get zero. There's going to be so many scores that are at 1 or 0. So
Just
it
get there as
might be
fast as you can.
best to just, yeah, to just have a blazing speed, um, in order to hit that. Now, that being said, um, if you're planning on getting muscle ups and you want to save yourself for it, the strategy is very different. You would probably be a little slower off the rower. You would definitely be breaking up those toes to bar right away and breaking them up often so that you minimize rest but minimize time under tension. Um, and then you
So
would
fives?
go,
Sets of 5 or what?
yeah, maybe even less. Like, some
Oh, okay.
people I've told to just straight up go singles right away, just knowing that's a major weakness. Um, I've told to go singles straight away. I think there was, back in 2014, I've heard a lot of people talking how games athletes were doing fives then.
Oh, wow.
So if
Yeah, I didn't
games
know that.
athletes are doing fives in 2014, then chances are doing fives is still a brisk pace. It just depends on that rest time, really.
Yeah.
Are you walking away from the total bar, or are you staying right there and jumping right back up?
Yeah. We
Um,
talked about that last week too, just finding something, or not last week, but I guess our last one, where it was like you do something like a motion rather than a set time, where it's like it's
mhm.
very mechanical, where you take a step back, take a
Yeah,
step back, take a
rhythmic.
step forward, and jump back up. Yeah,
Yeah,
rhythmic. That's what you were saying.
yeah. Yeah, because there's so what he's implying is, like, you could just look at the clock and see how many seconds you're resting every time you drop, or you could have a rhythm to it where it's like, I'm purposefully going to take 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, jump up, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, jump up, etc., so that it's the same thing over and over, and you're just trying to follow in that rhythm so that you are at least consistent with your rest times and not getting too, I guess you could say, undisciplined and taking 10 to 15 seconds rest where you don't need it.
Yeah. That seems like the theme for my CrossFit journey anyway, is 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. So,
Yeah, well said. Well said. I'm in the middle of some steps back right now, but anyway, it's I think it is actually a lot more inclusive of a workout just because there's so few people getting to that non-inclusive exercise.
yeah.
Um, and it's a fun workout. This is a really fun workout.
I mean, I enjoyed it until I got hit in the mouth at the end of it trying to get a muscle up, but it's a new day. It's a new day.
Yeah. So anyway, let's talk more important strategies, like, um, how are we going to have more fun with this? And let's think, most gyms are running an intramural open, so they're separated into teams. Sometimes there's multiple teams. We just do 2 big teams. I like that. It's been a lot of fun because you get to just hit the gym against each other and shit talk, and I think it's enjoyable. But um, what's some strategies, some actual strategies to have fun? Like, I thought of one, unless you have one on the top of your head.
You better lead it off
You switch out someone's wall ball right before they're about to go with a heavier version.
with the 30.
Yeah, yeah. Especially if it looks the same. So we
Good.
have like a 30-pound ball that looks exactly like our 20-pound balls. So it's just a quick little swap, right before it starts. Just kind of
Yeah, I
mess
think
with
I'll do
them,
that to
get under their
Brian because
team
he's not on
skin.
my team, and I just found out they were going to be there,
Wait,
and I
but
think
he's
that's
on
my
my
30.
team.
Yeah, darn it. Well, I'm not going to sabotage my own team. Self sabotage. Just don't tell him. Will you not tell him? Unless he's
Yeah,
watching Brian, I'm not gonna switch a ball.
I won't say a word. Yeah, I won't say a word.
Yeah,
I think anybody who's done wall balls and done a 30-pound is gonna know the second they pick that
that
up
they
that
pick it
thing's
up.
30.
But then they gotta run over and grab the other
Yeah,
ball
it's
'cause I'm
true.
gonna put
It's
his
true. It's
20
gonna mess with
away.
them.
He's like, "I'm going in the next heat."
It's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
What's some other ways to mess with
Oh,
other people on this, have more
grease
fun?
up the bar.
Literally? You're gonna put oil on it?
Good.
That seems like
This
a
is the first
lot.
thing That's the first thing I thought of. Let's see. I don't know, let me think about it for a second. I was too busy thinking about how I was gonna get Brian with the wall ball. Damper setting on the rower. Everybody
Oh,
like,
there
I'm
you
very
go. There you go.
religious
That's
about that,
sneaky.
like, 6.75, just right under 7. Feeling really good
Just
about that.
lower it to 1 for them and
Yeah, I'm, like,
see if
just
they pick
blowing
up on
air. I'm
it.
like, "What is happening?"
Gosh, that would be
15
fantastic.
rows and I have no calories.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that and switching out the wall ball. Where else might we mess with someone on this one?
Yeah, 'cause you got
I don't know if there's many
the
other
plates would be
places.
obvious if you change the plates.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Obvious and potentially dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be too close to somebody. That's also one of my
You
favorite
could
things to
you
do.
could kind of
Get
flirt.
somebody
Yeah, you
close.
could kind of flirt,
Yeah. Just
proximity.
like
Maybe not
mhm.
with the barbell movement, but like with doing wall balls, get them
Yeah, wall
comfortably
balls
close
for
to them,
sure.
or they're on one of those longer bars. And
Uh-huh.
actually, I'm gonna brief that people could do this
2 of them.
regardless, but get 2 people on one long
Oh, yeah.
bar.
The spiel
You're really
bars, people are
yeah
in lust with
you are
those
kind of
things.
shoulder yeah you're kind of shoulder to shoulder on that.
Yeah.
But I've tested it. When you're doing the tota bar, you don't even notice. It's when you jump up. If you both jump up at the same time, your shoulders kind of bump.
Oh,
Um,
really? But
but
once you're
that's the only
hanging?
time that yeah, but once you're up, it's fine.
And
There's
then more
no
than
act
likely gonna be one up, one down throughout the workout?
maybe. Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't imagine people are synchronizing their workout with the person next to them too much unless they're purposely
Could do
pacing
that
with
with
them.
Katie, though. That would be cute. Synchro
It
workout?
would make for some good footage, and that's really
It would.
important.
Yeah. And build a bond. Yeah, that's true.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the easy
Um,
one. Would you wanna seek row with me, Mitch? You can leave me behind it. I don't know. You try to
yeah,
leave me
probably
behind
not.
probably
It'd
in the
probably hold
beginning.
me back a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're all
Uh,
thinking it, you're just saying it. That's fine, Mitch. It's okay.
no, I plan on doing 7, and then I'll finish with a set of 5 on the total bar. So just go
Wait, what do you mean?
8, 7, 8,
Oh, okay,
7,
okay, okay.
5.
That's a pretty good idea.
Um, because I have a tendency to come out like I could do a set of 30 if I really wanted
You
to,
get burned.
but then I'm gonna be fried after
Yeah.
that. So I'm really trying to I I see this could go 2 ways when you comes to breaking up something like a total bar. Sometimes taking an initial big set is helpful, and then other times it's really hurtful, and I just haven't figured out for myself which is which.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna plan on the 8-7, so that I have some grip left
Is
when I
that
get
what
to
goes
those
first
muscle
for you is
ups.
the grip?
Um, Looking at this workout, I'm concerned it would not necessarily first. I'm worried it will be. No, my core goes out first on total
Yeah.
bar. But looking at how this workout builds on the grip, it goes light grip, heavy grip, relatively no grip with the wall ball, back to probably a moderate grip with the clean, and then big time grip with the muscle up. So it's pretty grip intensive. There's maybe 2 minutes of a movement that isn't grip intensive, and then other than that, it is. So to save myself taking frequent breaks will probably help me be able to hit the muscle ups a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah. That makes sense. I've been feeling really good because we've done a couple of total bars recently, and I think that like that 12 looks good for me, but I know that like I'm gonna end up singling it or like doing 3 to 5.
Yeah, I'd say just rip threes right away.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
do it as
it
fast as
feels,
possible.
but you just take your time of rest and minimize it, right? So
Yeah.
3, drop, and usually on toes bar, people like that turnaround method where they do 3, they drop,
Walk.
turn their body. That's their rhythm, right? They
Hmm.
turn their body and then get set up for the next direction, and they just face the other way for the next set. And then you just
Yeah.
kind of 3 back and forth like that. That's usually a good way to hold rhythm, like we were talking about earlier, and to kind of keep you in it and actively involved instead of just back and forth like this on the same side, and then you walk forward, walk backwards, or walk backwards, walk forward. You just kind of turn around and go into it. Because
Yeah, that
typically
feels good.
you land forward off of the toe to bar, right?
And then just
So
continue your fall forward. Your fall forward.
yes, yes.
Probably not the right word,
Uh,
but you know what I mean.
but yeah, momentum's forward. So yeah, you either
Yeah, yeah,
eat
there you
shit
go.
or you take a couple steps.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I'd say that's pretty normal for um, what people do on toes to bar in order to break them up, but keep them consistent and regular. Yeah.
Man,
What
you gonna
about
try and get
judging
through all
tonight?
20 of them? What's up?
All 20 of the muscle ups? I'm gonna
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
I'm not like the fittest dude, but I do think my goal is definitely double digits. And if you had 2.5 minutes, let's say I had 2.5 minutes there, I'm pretty
You could do it.
confident I could easily get into double digits.
Yeah.
Can I finish 20? Because I'll be honest, probably 15 is where it's really gonna start to be like, oh shit for me.
Mhm.
Can I even do one when I'm at that threshold like that?
Yeah.
So I'm imagining 15 to 20 is going to be the hard part. If I get back to the rower, I'll be excited.
I will be cheering very loudly for you if you make it back to the rower, 'cause that's freaking awesome. I watched
Yeah,
those guys
what
yesterday.
about judging? You excited to judge tonight? You gonna judge some
Yeah,
peeps?
'cause there's no double unders, so I'm excited about that. I don't have to count those
Are you kidding me?
things.
I think wall balls are hard to judge because you got to be like, look at depth, look at height, look at depth, look at height.
See, maybe I'm just not very good at judging. I'm just like,
Probably
looks good.
looks
And I
okay.
get, like, distracted easily, and so that's
Hmm.
another thing for me, so I always start sweating, like, really bad when I start to judge. So it's like, it's not mine, it's not my workout. Like, somebody else is counting on me to do the right thing, and sometimes
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh, 17, 18." They're like, "Dude, I'm on 23." I'm like,
Whoops.
whoops-a-diddle." So, yeah.
My
Uh,
bad. My bad, bro.
yeah, are you sure? There was a couple no reps in there. It's the only way to save it, by the way, too, is just, flex up
Yeah.
on it. But I do enjoy judging. I got my people that I normally do. I was gonna ask, is Ted signed up? Is he on
He
your
is
team?
not signed up. He said he is having like kind of an achy shoulder. Um,
I'll get
and
him.
he is trying to listen to my words of advice
Oh, you already
of
told him.
not pushing yourself when you're doing that. Now, that being said, I still encouraged him to participate if he could
Yeah,
manage that side of himself. But I think most of us do have a hard time managing that side of ourselves. So,
yeah,
uh,
reeling
not
him in.
gonna hold that against him at all.
Yeah,
But I hope he shows up and has fun with us because it'll
yeah,
be a blast.
it's been like a tradition now for a long time.
Yeah, it's
Should be
gonna. I'm
fun.
hoping this is the best open yet. So far, the energy is really good.
Yeah,
So
no, I mean, all the people that have signed up, it's pretty cool. There's like 2 or 3 new ones every day. I mean, our team is just constantly bringing in new people and recruiting them. I think that we're, like, burying you guys at this point, so that's also a good thing.
actually, I'm pretty confident we've been ahead, and you guys like put on 2 today.
Stressed
And
out.
Cassie was all like sunglasses, and Catherine was like, "Good, you're finally catching up."
Yeah, but
Uh,
so how else can we earn points tonight? So, I mean, obviously, we can do
um,
the social media thing, right? Showing up is good.
yeah, I actually, honestly, I've been so overwhelmed with a lot of things that I'm not even thinking about how else to earn points tonight yet. Bringing a friend is the number one way. Um, so put all your marbles in that basket and bring some
Yeah,
people.
now we just
That
need
being
friends.
said, this workout's tough for time management tonight. So we'll be running heats every 10 minutes. That's our
Mhm.
strategy. So even though it's a
Wait.
14-minute workout,
Oh, yeah, that's right,
we're
because the
starting
bar is
every
only gonna
10
be used for
minutes.
a minute. Oof.
Yeah, and that's kind of depending that nobody's really getting back to the rower. So there's some risk in that too.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm hoping that even if we did that, there's a chance we're okay. It's a tough one to do this with, I would say.
How many people per heat?
Uh, 6,
6 people.
6, but you can only have 2 RX people at a time.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, wow, that's gonna be fun for you.
Yep. Yeah. So we're
You'll
hoping
figure
to
it out.
just yeah, we're hoping to roll with the punches a little bit on that. We have one extra rower. We'll have that set up for that in case that one person is able to go back to it. The judge
Yeah,
can have that rower just pulled down, set up, and be like, "We're going to the alternate rower because someone's already or still rowing their 60 in the next heat." Let's say.
that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
We'll make sure it's going for
Um.
you, Mitch.
Yeah. I'm not expecting too many people to make it back to the row.
Yeah.
I think Jason Winland almost did.
Oh, really?
But that's off regular pull-ups. It's off the scale division.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
a good
Gotcha.
he's a good athlete. So
Yeah.
it's not to me. It's like not that surprising, but it is cool because he's really dialed back things lately. So I'm happy to see him tackle a workout and not feel like shit afterwards.
Yeah, that's good
So
news.
it's good to see.
Okay, he's good people too.
Absolutely, I love it.
Yeah.
I have a secret addition to our team that I'm excited for him to see. Um, I'm not going to say who it is, but
Can you give me a hint?
um, well, Katie might know who it is.
Wait, okay, so in addition to your team, like, you have a
Yeah.
new player on your team?
Yes.
Oh, does he have long hair?
No.
Alright. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No. Wait.
Oh,
Yes. The coach.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw him a while ago.
Yeah. We
Said you
have
guys were working
Alex.
on some things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. We have Alex on our team. No, it's not him though. No, it's funny because Jason will, I think, really know who it is, and he'll be like excited to see him and everything. So that'll be
oh,
cool.
cool. Nice, yeah, so we
Yeah.
don't need to ruin it, that's fine. I can play
No,
along. Let's just
I
go.
don't want to.
Move on.
Um, at any rate, if we think of any other ways to make other ways to make the intramural more fun is to not put so much pressure on yourself for competing, because ultimately, if you give your 95% best, save yourself for some fun and to enjoy the night. Even if you do this next year or the year after, whatever, and you're still just operating like that, it's still improving, right?
Yeah,
And you'll still be able to mark and measure that improvement and live to tell about it, right? That being said, if you want a full send, that's okay too. That to me is a lot of fun, is to just try my hardest and see how it ends up. But also, I love the events surrounding it, talking crap, cheering people on, that sort of thing. And when we talk crap, we want it tasteful, right? We're not like hitting
no,
below the belt there. We're just kind of like, you won't pick it up, no balls kind of thing.
yeah,
I guess that's literally below the belt, but you know what I mean.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so
I'm definitely looking forward to, now that you talk about it, there's been, like, going to the gym, like, a lot of new people that you could tell were, like, super hesitant, but then ended up signing up, so I'm excited to see them
mhm.
tonight and be like, "Yeah, was it as bad as you thought it was gonna be? Like,
Yeah,
are you
one of
happy you
them
did
did
it?"
it this morning, and they
Uh-huh,
texted me and said, "I'm signing up for this every single year. This is so much fun." And she's
there it
like
is.
1 month into CrossFit.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, super exciting to have new blood feeling the energy and really going with it. It's gonna be a really good time, I think.
Nice.
And I think we might have our most signups ever.
Whoa.
We're
They've been
really
pretty big
close
in
to.
the past.
Yeah, we're either right on a tie with past years or we're already above it.
Like, more than 50?
No, we've only
Oh,
had, I want to say our,
wow, that's a lot of people.
I don't know if we've ever broke 40, and that's why I'm
Uh-huh,
like, I don't know that for sure. So I don't want to say if we beat or not, but we're
okay.
right at 38.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which for us is
Nice.
good. That's almost, I mean, that's realistically like that's half our membership almost.
That's pretty impressive. And then there's still
Yeah.
some work to be done, right? We can get them for the next week, right? Do we have until
No, I don't
Monday to get them
think,
signed up?
well, I guess, yeah, technically you would have till Monday to get them signed up. Yeah. Um, I just kind of, we're not going to keep pushing it after tonight, probably. Move on to the next event. That
Still
being
get
said,
points for
yeah,
it though?
well, yeah, because if they register and they do all the steps, um, they will be putting points on as long as they log their scores and or show up that night or participate on the social media side, whatever it is. And some
Nice.
people didn't know there was a shirt, so
I was gonna ask
that's
about
been
the
like
shirt.
a big selling point is the shirt, and they
Yeah,
don't
do you
even know
have
what it
it?
looks like
Are
yet.
you gonna show it?
I could probably look up the design, but
Uh-huh.
it's nothing crazy. It's the one that it's like the official open shirt.
Oh, gotcha.
Um, it'll just have CrossFit Magni on one side and then the official open logo on the other side.
Nice.
It's like a worldwide thing. Um, it looks good. It looks like an open shirt, right? Which is what I want it
Speaking
to
of
look
looks
like.
good,
So
am I right?
yeah, yeah.
I
This
want
one
that one
faded.
though. How do you
I
make that
wanted
one?
the military green, and they ran out of the
Or
military green in this
or two.
size, so I ended up with this green.
Still looks good.
Uh,
Is it
yeah, it looks
is it
good.
more like an aquamarine? Seafoam?
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
probably not seafoam. I think that's light. Um,
Sorry.
all right. Other ways to make the open more fun is to, if you're a beer drinker, make sure you have a beer. You
Yeah.
could do beer in hand muscle
Whole
up. I
time.
challenge you.
Doesn't even
Just
matter.
kidding. Just kidding.
You've already seen
Do
the
not do
row and
beer in
the
hand
row
muscle.
and drink.
That's right. If you make it
Yeah.
back to that rower, you've earned yourself a drink. You better be doing it while you're rowing. Just kidding.
Here's the
Nobody's gonna
deal.
feel that
If I
way.
make it back to the rower, I will chug a beer while I'm rowing.
Shut up.
I'm
Awesome.
not gonna have to
Yeah. I
pay up
mean,
because I'm not gonna make it back to the
because
rower.
you're like, because I can do like one muscle up fresh. So
Yeah. Hey, what if? But what if, man? Like,
hey,
I think that the
miracles
biggest
happen.
problem is in between the
That's
ears
true.
because it's scary
Yep.
throwing it up there,
Yep.
right?
That's right.
I'm
That's right.
stressed out, man. It's all right.
Um,
Um,
yes, me too.
I think the other thing that makes it really fun is like getting into it, like paying attention when people are like, like when I say struggle, it's like working their asses off to try and like make it up. Say somebody is trying to make it on a like a muscle up, and then like everybody's screaming and yelling. It's like
Hmm.
get up,
Oh,
freaking out.
oh, the room is going to be electric tonight. I
Yeah.
can already tell you that. Whether it's someone's first pull up, someone's first muscle up, someone's first attempt, even just some of these people, it's their first like trying at a CrossFit workout instead
Hmm.
of just like really being focused the whole time. They're actually going to be kind of pushing themselves. Um, it's going to be electric. I
That'll be
don't
fun.
doubt that. I think it'll be a lot of fun tonight. And we're doing a taco bar.
Did see that. That's very nice
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
Nice.
We
You
were gonna
did you make it at
do
home in your new kitchen?
yes, I guess. Catherine's making it, doing a little crock pot on the meat, and then if it's
Nice.
not cooked by the time she's off work, she's gonna hit it on the stove and
That
be
Catherine.
ready to roll. Everything else I kind of prepped, and I'm here right now, and I'm here all the way till the end of the night. So
So you shut her down.
um,
It's all set
yeah,
up in there then? Ready to go? I guess people
yeah.
are doing it
So
today, huh?
what's that? Yeah,
People
people
have
have been
already
doing
done
it.
it today, right?
Yeah, I wonder if I could probably pull it up and share my screen.
Yeah.
What the layout kind of looks like. Let me go to.
Is
Gotta
it
figure out
they're
where to
like
go.
lanes, right? As well, which is another fun
Yeah,
thing. If you're going up against
yeah.
somebody next to you, if
That
you
has
want to,
been the goal
like
is
Brian.
lanes.
Yeah.
I'm realizing I told Catherine I couldn't see her emails that come into me, and I couldn't figure out why, and it's because I have her in my phone as her pet name, and she's in my email as a professional actual name. Weird, right?
Oh. I thought you were gonna say you had her as spam and she's just been hitting your spam folder. That would be
Uh,
good. We gonna get a taste of that Magic Mitch tonight? Should we put out
what is
some
that? Oh God, no.
come on, if we put out some boxes, we could make a little platform or a runway.
No, that's not happening. What he's
Really?
referring to, everyone, is I did a Harley Davidson modeling thing where it was ladies' night, and there was I think 4 male models, and we all went like to music up on a stage and danced provocatively while dollar bills were thrown at us.
Did you get to keep
And
the dollars?
yeah, no, it was incredibly awkward. I've never done anything like this, and I'm over there like dollar bills are all around me, and I'm having to just on like basically my hands and knees try to collect them. I just like you think about in a strip club, like that's kind of what it felt like. I had all my clothes on for the most part. Um, but it was just like that's as awkward as you think it's going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, they should have challenged you to pick the dollar bills up with anything but your hands.
You can't use your hands for that.
Anything but the
You can't
hands. Your
use
hands are in mittens.
No, it
I
was
would
really
throw
awkward.
money
I
at you
had
to see that.
total of 2 minutes up on that area. Maybe not even. Probably realistically, it probably was just a little over a minute. And then you do like you hang out afterwards and take pictures with all the ladies, and they loved it. I heard words uttered like "I can die a happy woman now," things like
Whoa.
that. And I was like, really, this is just bizarre. It was bizarre to me.
Making dreams
Happy
happen.
to do it. It was fun,
Was it the
challenging.
highest grossing 120 seconds or 180 seconds of your life?
In what way? How are we measuring
Like, did you make
gross?
the most money that you've ever made in 160 seconds by dollar bill
Oh,
throwing it?
I don't know. It was only like $20.
That's you compound like 60
So like
minutes.
the
Like, how
first
much were you
time,
making an hour? That's a lot of
so
money.
I went out twice, and the first time
Uh-huh.
it was like no dollar bills because it was just like it was all soft or whatever.
Warming
And then the
up.
second time I got into it, right, and that's when all these dollar bills popped up.
I love it.
So just $20 bills laying around me in like 30 seconds, and then I was gone. So I guess if I put it that way, I made $20 in 30 seconds, and
Somebody
then
mapped
they
that.
paid me to be there
20
too.
to 6. What's that, like $120 an hour or something like that? It's pretty
It's
good.
irrelevant.
It is
Oh, we have
not.
people in the
I
chat
made
right
even
now.
more than that. Hold on.
Wait. Where did I didn't even notice the look at this.
What'd you do?
You see this? We
Whoa, they
missed this.
can.
We have comments.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Catherine.
And she
Welcome to
said
the show. We
crop
were just
dust.
talking
I'm not
about you.
exactly sure. Oh,
Is that
that's what we can do
the
to make
pet
the
name?
open more fun and mess with the other team.
Oh.
That's what she's referring to. So yes,
I thought you should. I thought that was her pet name.
drink your protein today and we'll be crop dusting tonight. That's a double-edged sword though, because it hits yourself too, you know.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
definitely
Yeah,
getting
that's good.
some
That's good. Keep them
get some
coming.
splash damage, as they might say in Fortnite.
Yeah. You're in the splash zone.
Um,
How do I see that stuff? That's pretty
it's
cool.
on the right if you open up the
Oh,
chat. I didn't even notice that before.
there it is.
Sorry guys, definitely
Yeah.
chat away.
This is our
Long time
first.
fan, first time viewer. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is my wife, everyone. I see she went with her first and last name instead of making up a name that nobody could recognize her from. That's come on, keep it secure. Okay.
Secure.
What were we about to get into that wasn't the Harley Davidson thing? There was something.
What? Oh, do you say what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the setup, lane setup.
Oh yeah. We're looking at it, right? So here's kind of the general setup. Yes, I made this beautiful imagery today. So we basically have 6 lanes. There's bathrooms right in that that corner, right, where you see it kind of all of a sudden lanes are no longer the same. So that kind of person feels like an outcast over there, just heads up. We put tall in the lanes where there's a capacity for someone who's like over 6'1", or maybe just over 6 foot. As the rest of the pull-up bars are kind of optimal for the average size person. If you're short, you can go on any pull-up bar because we just put the plates down to make it to where it needs to be, or box or whatever
Get to it.
to get you closer or whatever. So we're not too worried about people being too short, but people being too tall, it's kind of like a fixed problem. We can't just like change the bar height. So I wanted to make sure there was a notation on these where you know which lanes have the capacity for a taller person. But you also notice that the 2 middle lanes are the RX lanes. That is because that is the only place where the rings are.
Yep.
So that's how we're running it tonight. If we have an RX tall person, which I know we have a couple, they're probably just going to have to go do their toes to bar, probably off over here somewhere, while this person's probably not using the tall person bar in that same heat. That's the idea anyway.
Oh, looks good. Did you design that? You did like that whole paper setup?
Yeah, it took me
Good.
like 15 minutes.
Oh man. Jack of all trades. What
Yeah, I
don't
want to
you
get
do?
one where
You dance, you lift, you design things. God, Catherine is a
I want to
lucky
get
woman.
yes, yes, she is. Anyway, I want to get. I was telling Catherine this morning I want to draw up like a full like 2-scale mock-up of the gym, and then I could just
Mhm.
use that and just play with it every time an open workout comes up. Because right now what I do is I have to actually physically go into the gym and start setting things up and be like, what is this going to be like? How many heats can I run through? Can they see the clock? Like I look at all that stuff. And like this one, the way I wanted to set it up, we can only run 4 people at a time. So it was like, well, that's out.
There's a better idea if you want to hear it.
What's that?
You've seen Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
You need a giant table at scale with your little mini pieces that you can move around like you're going to war.
Yes.
Don't know why you didn't think of that, but that's what I'm here
I
for,
don't
I
know
guess.
either. Who can make that for us? We're gonna need that stat. No,
So
just kidding.
yeah, we need a woodworker of sorts. Or stone. Depends on where you're from.
Sure. Yeah. What's what can people hook us up with? Let's just go for that. Whatever comes to us.
Yeah, whatever works. We'll
I'll
take the
wait.
phone.
Send it in the mail. I'm sure
Yeah.
that's a mailable item.
Will not turn anything away, whatever shows up. So should we bring beers? What do we need to do?
Well, I mean, I
How can
brought
we
a
come
few.
prepared?
You could bring your own. You could, yeah, we brought non-alcoholic beer, we brought beer, and we brought carbonated beverages. Um, I don't know if it's a ton. The tricky thing is definitely just going to be making sure the heats are run on time, and we never kind of fall off course, because as soon as
Yeah.
we fall off course one place, it's going to go trickle down after that. Although I do think with 10 minutes, we could be like, oh shoot, we're a minute late, and then we'll just start the next one at the 9-minute mark, and I don't think it'll make a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. What about like after workout food? Because maybe somebody hasn't gone that hard. I guess if there's tacos, but maybe it's not ready. I like grapes personally. Grapes are a tasty,
Um,
delicious treat.
yeah, I'm not sure in regard. I think we talked about a veggie platter. I can't even rember what all is actually coming, but
Yeah.
I know we have
Will
some
it all
stuff
be
that's
like
not
set
just
up by
straight
the
up
time we get there?
tacos.
I'm talking about like you
Maybe
finish heat
that's
one,
like I said,
like
I'm
what should you
here.
snack on?
I'm not
Yeah.
going anywhere, so
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. That's kind of on Catherine at this point.
Yeah. Well, no, okay, Mitch, this is what I'm talking about. So, say you do like a really intensive workout and you just need something. Maybe you're feeling garbage afterwards.
What's
What
gonna
should
pick
they
you
be?
up?
What's going to pick you up and make you feel better?
Honestly, there's a reason why we've got grapes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Um, there's a reason why games athletes eat gummy bears or gummy worms or whatever post workout. Like Sour Patch Kids come up a lot.
Oh, okay.
Um, and it's actually because there's something called, gosh dang it, I forget what it's called. Highly
Something
branched
in the gummy bear.
cyclic. I got it. Highly branched cyclic dextrin, which is
Okay.
basically a very much like enters the bloodstream right away kind of sugar.
Really?
Yeah.
It'll turn you right around.
So they make it in a supplement. They sell it on Amazon. Highly branched cyclic dextrin. Um, I wonder if I could put that anywhere on here. I don't know if I can, but that's kind of what they're trying to get with that gummy, because it's specifically found in. That's the only food I know of that that particular type of carb is found in.
Hmm.
Other than that,
Gonna grab
you're
some.
looking for simple carbs to pick you up after a hard, highly lactic acid building workout where you really push yourself. Most people can't push that hard and don't need to worry about this. But for those that are, like, let's say, um, able to make it quickly to the muscle ups, let's say they have like 4 minutes to do it, they are probably capable of doing that even if they can't do a single muscle up. They probably are going to need to pick me up like that.
Yeah.
Um, And then, anybody who's probably able to make it through all the muscle ups is definitely probably going to need a pick me up like that. But that's essentially it. It's to try to kick up your insulin right away after workout, because it drops incredibly low because your body pulls all nutrients out of the bloodstream that it possibly can to
Yeah, it's good.
find energy as quickly as it can.
Is that why you feel
So
terrible
yeah,
afterward? Just because
yeah, it's
there's nothing
typically
in the
that's
blood?
part of it for sure. It's that, and it's actually really hard on the gut typically, because there's like no focus on digestion during that time because all your blood is left. It's going to other places.
Oh, that makes sense.
Um, so yeah, it tends to get pretty rough. Um, so because of that, if you guys have like what you could order the supplement highly branched cyclic dextrin.
Do not order the first thing you said. Do not order.
If you get highly branched cyclic sextrin,
You're gonna end up on a
then
registry.
please tag us on Instagram, and you can find Jeff at Jeff Powell on it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know
Yeah.
what.
Ship it to
uh,
2203.
really, just to prove that it exists on the market, that would be great.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was awesome. Highly.
Highly branched cyclic sextrin. Okay, highly branched cyclic dextrin is the actual thing, or you could just get gummy bears. It's
Works the
most
same.
readily available source too.
Sour Patch Kids. Grab some on the way.
That's right. They're a little more enjoyable, I would say,
Yeah.
to do that. Something
Rather
more
than the
fun.
highly branched other thing.
But again, almost nobody really needs that. So um, I would say if you're a normal person, you should eat like a normal meal.
What if we're looking for an excuse to eat Sour Patch Kids?
Um, 80-20 rule, right? Is it going to fall under 20% of the time that you're naughty, or is it going to be the part of the 80% that you're supposed to be good?
Is that what I should be following?
I think it's just like a lifestyle rule, like
Oh, okay.
work hard 80% of the time, play hard 20% of the time, something like
All
that,
right. So
right?
don't beat myself up because I really, really enjoy the Valentine's Day Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, unless you had the Valentine's Day Reese's peanut butter cups, like myself, like every day that week.
Yeah. Okay, so beat myself up about it. The bag is gone, folks. Don't look at it, Katie, because she'll be mad at me if she sees that they're all gone.
Those were for someone else.
Yeah, those were Valentines.
I bought my own Valentine's chocolate this year
Did like a heart
before
shaped box?
Valentine's Day. Yeah,
Oh,
the
nice.
Reese's things. Yeah, I was actually going. It was because I was trying to spike carbs that day.
Mhm.
So I was like, I get to eat whatever fuck I want, and so I went and got those and those candy hearts because they were just good sales
Like
for Valentine's Day. So
the ones that say things on them.
yeah, you could never make them out though because they're always like faded.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Hugs.
they're acronyms now. They're texting acronyms, and so
Yeah. BRB.
yeah. Well, hopefully there's not a heart that just says BRB, but
Ooh, that's actually a good marketing. That's a later discussion. I was gonna say we should make up some funny ones.
comic hearts.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so let's talk 23.2.
Yeah.
So predictions for 23.2. We
Can
know it's
leave a
not going to be a
comment
repeat.
too. Yeah. No, it will not be a repeat.
Nice job, Lily. Well, it can't now, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they've maximally ever repeated one workout per year. They didn't do
What
any last year.
what
So
better time to do a repeat than when you're not expecting it?
I think they would lose a lot of business if they just keep
Yeah, they're
repeating.
like, "Why are we paying for this? We can just go back and find this again."
Well, if we want to be
Yeah.
methodical about how we're going to break this down, we can look at the types of movements that were introduced this time to try to predict how it works. And that the way that is the pyramid, the CrossFit pyramid goes um, metabolic conditioning, gymnastics, weightlifting in that order. So the weightlifting square or trapezoid, whatever it is smaller than the gymnastics, which is smaller than the metabolic conditioning. The caveat to that is metabolic conditioning in movements really only has a couple that we have as an opportunity in the open. That's jump rope and shuttle runs. And we would say rower, but we already used it. So I'm
Mhm.
going to say
Not gonna
rowers
use it
out.
again. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are two what you would call monostructural pieces that could be involved. And then if we look at like just totals, we got one monostructural in the row. We got gymnastics in the total bar, weightlifting in the wall ball, weightlifting in the clean, and gymnastics in the muscle up. So that's like an even split with gymnastics and weightlifting so far. So I'm kind of expecting you might see like double unders in gymnastics, couplet,
That's what I was thinking.
something like
With no
that.
weightlifting?
um, yes.
You sound
I
unsure
also
of
look at
yourself.
like this is a chipper. So we're
Uh-huh.
either going to see triplets and couplets or even just a single modality.
What does that mean?
So single modality means there's one movement and you just do
Oh.
it for as many reps as you can in a time frame, or you complete
Ugh.
as many reps as you can in a set in your score as a time.
What okay, so what would an example of that be? Is there like a benchmark WOD that, would be a single modality?
7 minutes of burpees,
Or 100
a
wall balls for
5K
time?
row,
That's true, that's
150
true.
wall balls for time, right? They
Okay.
definitely exist. Now, the way I don't think they would go to something so simple like that. I think it would be more like I think someone put this out already, so it's not. I can't take credit for this, but it would be like burpee jumping pull up, right? Where it's kind of a combination, but it's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
one movement, right? Um, I that's what I think they would do is have a movement where it feels like it's multiple movements, but it's really just the one.
Yeah.
So it could instead of being like they had in the past 7 minutes of burpees, and everybody hated that workout and still hates it, but it's a great test of mental fortitude. And
Mhm.
then you have okay, what if they just do 7 minutes of burpee jumping pull ups? I don't personally see it. I feel like that's too we see what you're doing kind of stuff and like
Yeah.
too predictable. And I think Boz is trying to be unpredictable for the most part. So
I also feel like that would be a letdown because like I feel like this has been well received. I mean, for the most part, from what I've seen, this workout, and then do
yeah.
this one, and then roll into something just so monotonous and
hmm
boring. I'd be
Yeah.
upset.
I
I
could
mean,
see doing you could see a couple like different styles of workouts. You could see one where it's maybe a gymnastics component with double unders, let's say, or even single unders to start, and it progressively gets more complicated. So it might be like in 0 to 3, do this. I'm going to call it a push movement. Let's even bring in a push up, right? Or even a burpee. Let's just say a burpee to me. Well, no, let's do push up. It's a really hard one to judge, which is why they stay away from push ups a lot. But it
uh,
being the first round, I bet they could do something like that. So anyway, it
yep.
goes 0 to 3. You do X amount of push ups, X amount of double unders. Let's call it 25 and 50, or single under. Excuse me.
Okay.
Then from you rest until minute 3, and then from 3 to 6, you now do 25.
Burpee
Maybe
pull-ups. Oh wait.
maybe now we go to burpees. And then 50 double unders, or maybe it's just crossover single unders, right? Bringing in a new movement like that. And then from 6 to 9, a new movement again, or another escalation of those two movements, handstand push-ups, and this. Something like that, or even just one where it's like do 2 rounds of this, then 2 rounds of this, 2 rounds of this, and it keeps getting more complex as you get through it.
Yeah, and then you quickly run out of time, type of a thing.
Well, it
Like
depends on
that.
the route. So if it's 0 to 3, it kind of puts a pressure on like you have to get the work done in set amount of time, otherwise you're out,
Mhm.
right? Or it could just be do 2 rounds, 2 rounds, 2 rounds, and it's your total time with a time cap of usually it'd be something aggressive so that people aren't just staring at a movement they can't do.
And you're not thinking that it's going to be anything kettlebell because you said they haven't used that yet.
They won't use the kettlebell in the open, I believe. Like strongly believe because there's not that many different varieties of weights in that equipment list. So because there's not that many varieties in weights, that makes me think there's no scaled or masters or teen versions of
Oh,
whatever workouts they're thinking about using for the kettlebell.
I gotcha. So they threw it out there as kind of like the old take your eyes off of some things.
Probably, and it's
Yeah.
probably going to be in the quarterfinals
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
because there's only RX in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
And those kettlebells
Interesting.
are like the lightest weight is 35, I think. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah,
I
not a lot you
don't
can do
see
that.
that happening.
Yeah. They ever do bench press?
They did it in the quarterfinals last year. They've never done it in the open. I think the reason they don't do it in like something like the open is because it is harder to judge. Like, are they really locking out their elbows at the top?
Oh, yeah.
And with how CrossFit boxes are, if you're judging each other and your members and your friends or whatever, you kind of just start going, we'll count it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I feel bad for him. I'll count it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, this is the standard and you're not meeting it.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't foresee bench press being in there, but they could easily do it. I mean, again, it just comes down to informing the judges and putting in the CrossFit affiliate owners and coaches, etc., putting a higher priority on judging correctly and things like that. But in worldwide competition, it's probably not going to happen the way you want. It's not going to feel like an even playing field across.
My guess is thrusters and double unders.
That's a brutal workout combo. They did that once in the open, 10-1.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
10-1 or a 1-10. I think it was a 1-10,
Oh, like a ascending and descending ladder?
something like that. It
They
was
did
either
like
just
10, 20,
ascending. I think
30,
it was
40,
just
50.
ascending or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it was the same amount of double unders every time, like 20 or 30, or is
Oh,
a
okay.
weird number in between that. Sometimes they do that, like 29. It's like what?
God,
um,
that would be terrible, huh?
and then they have the thruster was going up, I believe. One,
Hmm.
two, three, four. Um, I don't know. I think they're gonna save the heavy shit for the last workout,
Yeah.
but it's
I mean,
not. It this could be a ladder too.
Yeah. Oh man, interesting. Be interesting to see what it is. You should make sure you type it down though, so we hold you to it on what you guess for 23,
Oh, I
24.
gotta actually come up with it. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's follow the evolution. I really am feeling good about given that this is a pull dominant workout, that the next one could be a push dominant workout with the upper body. I do think the higher priority is going to be put on gymnastics movements throughout the entirety of the open, so that when you look at all movements combined, you see a weight of more gymnastics. So I'm thinking it's going to be handstand push-ups for an RX. And then I really think they're going to incorporate like a double under. Now, I'll probably change how I feel about this come Monday, and I'll have a totally different guess. But if I had to guess, they got to keep it more interesting than just 5 rounds for time, probably. We're doing a descending ladder here. I think it's going to be knockout style.
And knockout is that the 0 to 3, 3 to
Yeah, something
6.
like that.
Okay.
So like maybe like 0 to 2, 10 handstand push-ups, 100 double unders.
Say that again.
0 to 2,
Okay.
10 handstand push-ups,
Okay.
100 double unders.
Oh, okay. And then 4 to 6. Are you giving a 2-minute break in there?
4 to 6. No, you go right into the next.
Oh, okay.
So 2 to 4, you go 12 handstand push-ups, 90 double unders.
Okay.
And that would follow that same pattern. So then we go 4 to 6, 14 and 80,
And another 20. Yeah.
16 and 70, 18
So you
and
can't
60,
finish
etc.
under time.
Until you can't do it in the 2-minute frame that it allows. Now you can stack 2-minute frames. So if you get done with your 10 and 100 in a minute 30, you get that 30 minutes to start working on that next 2 minutes, and you can get ahead of time,
Ooh, that'd be fun.
right? So, and then what I like about that is that you'd see a lot of these elite athletes like separate themselves significantly, especially
Yeah.
because the double under's
Still
going down.
working.
The question is, what would happen if someone completes the ladder? I think what they would do is mathematically make it impossible to complete the ladder and be
Mhm.
at 10. What would that make us at? Like 10 double unders? How many? That would be like probably upwards of 30 handstand push-ups, maybe
Yeah, that'd be intense.
26 or something like that. And I think that
Yeah.
would be in
Just
2
keep
minutes.
working and working and
Yeesh.
working.
Yeah. And with the
Man, my
fatigue
calves would fall
accumulating, yeah.
off.
Well, the double unders, it isn't that bad overall.
Says
So if you
you.
did, let me mathematically do that really quick. So we got, if you completed it, let's say which they're going to make sure it's impossible. 100 plus 90 plus 80 plus 70 plus 60 plus 40 plus. I probably screwed something up already. It's like 550 reps if you
Nice.
complete it. But then we got 10 plus 12 plus 14 plus 16 plus 18 plus 20 plus 22. I'm already at 110 handstand push-ups.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. In a 2-minute
So,
span.
well, the 2 minutes
Like
keep
the
building. So that'd be like
22 or
2,
24 of
4,
them.
6, 8. Yeah. So that would be 5. So that'd be 20-minute span.
You could make them strict.
Could make them. Yeah, I could definitely see, especially with Adrian Bosman behind it, I could see it being strict as well. But then it might be a
Jeez.
different rep range or something. But let's just say
2-minute
we're
workout.
guessing, we're pulling straws anyway. Nobody fucking knows, right? But I'm gonna
Yeah.
say double unders and handstand push-ups, and we see a knockout version. You have a set amount of time to complete a certain amount of work, and then you keep working if you build onto that, and eventually you won't be able to complete the work in the time given, and you'll be knocked out of the workout.
Well, you know what we could do? We could wait until the clue is released, and then we could actually get really close on what the workout would be based off of the Instagram clue.
That's
Because
true. That's true.
it's always so
It's
spot on
always
and
so obvious. Yeah.
easy to, you know,
I wanted to share
translate.
this actually. We had somebody in our group. I don't know if he'd be comfortable with me saying who he is, so I'm just not going to.
You can call him Jeff.
Um, you're not in my group, but trying to take
I don't
credit.
want
He
that.
broke down the clue in a fucking dope ass way. And it got us the win on the clue, but that was
Uh-huh.
also because we were the only ones who were even remotely close in some sense.
Yeah.
If you guys want to know, like, one team guessed kind of that knockout style. It was like, but it was like 0 to 3, and then whatever you have left, you rest. You don't get to work until 3 to, and then it was shuttle run and burpees or burpee box jumps, drop
Uh-huh.
overs or something, which I like that workout prediction. But ours was a repeat workout of 22.4, or no,
Last year?
is that 22.4? It was 2 rounds of 50 burpee box jump overs, 75 double unders, and 100 wall ball shots.
That was last year?
And I don't know if it was. I think there might be a problem with his timeline, but either way, listen to this. No left on red. That was the clue. Everybody kind of, okay, no left on red. No left on read. Didn't write back. Geno Smith didn't write back. Geno was comeback player of the year. Coming back are these Chinese balloons. 4 balloons shot down so far by F-22s. 22.4 is 23.1. That's what he ended up saying.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Geno Smith did not write back.
Isn't that hilarious?
That is pretty funny.
Deduction, like, it's so good though. It's like, that's convincing to me. We went with
I
it
mean,
just solely because it was like, that's convincing.
yeah, conviction, right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, someone else put out that you can't turn left. Zoolander couldn't turn left. Zoolander aired in 2014, or there was something about that. And that
Whoa.
was, so they knew it was a repeat from 2014.
Whoa.
Someone actually called that before the clue even came. Or no, it must have been after the clue. It had to have been after the clue.
Yeah. Huh. That's crazy. Some people, man. I'll just have
But I
to look at it a
mean,
little bit more next time.
well, and like, this is also like, in that particular case, you could say it was like Dave Castro gives a clue, right? And Andrew Hiller makes this video about Zoolander, and there's kind of like this air where maybe they're talking to each other through code
Mhm.
in some of that, where not directly, like neither of them are trying to intentionally make it obvious or anything, but Andrew Hiller was like, "Oh shit, is he talking to me because I made this like Zoolander quote one
Yeah.
time or something like that?"
Wait a minute.
So yeah, there's an idea that because he's like a YouTuber who does a lot of movie quotes in his stuff.
You
Literally
good?
just tried to jump and grab me and just
So-
fell.
Oh,
Like off a chair, jump and grab me,
poor Lily.
not even looking or paying attention. Now she's on the ground.
I was starting to get concerned about your well-being there. You looked like you had been
Earthquake.
attacked. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we need to wrap it up here,
You got things you need
but
to be
I'm
working on.
excited for 23.1 tonight, and I
Oh,
hope you
yeah.
guys are too. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join in on the fun.
Yeah. See you guys next. All right, I guess we'll see you tonight.
Well, a lot of you, yeah. All right.
Yeah, heck yeah. Thanks, Mitch. Bye, everybody.